The Municipal Water Authority's installation of water meters without bonding jumpers raises concerns regarding compliance with the National Electrical Code (NEC) and potential electrical hazards. When water meters are installed without a bonding jumper, it can create a break in the grounding path for the electrical system in a home. This can lead to electrical current flowing through water pipes, which is dangerous. The NEC provides specific requirements for bonding metal water piping systems to ensure electrical safety. Specifically, the NEC Article 250 covers grounding and bonding requirements, and sections within that article address the bonding of metal water piping systems. The engineering firm's dispute highlights the importance of understanding these requirements and the potential consequences of non-compliance. Article 90.1 of the NEC outlines the purpose of the code, which is the practical safeguarding of persons and property from hazards arising from the use of electricity. Article 90.5 discusses the mandatory rules and explanatory material in the NEC. Article 250.52 covers grounding electrodes, and 250.53d addresses the supplemental electrode requirements. Article 250.53d(1) provides details on water piping as a grounding electrode. Article 250.64 covers grounding electrode conductors, and 250.70 discusses the methods of grounding and bonding conductor connections. Article 250.104 specifically addresses bonding of metal water piping. To address this situation, several legal strategies can be considered. Firstly, seeking pro bono representation is a viable option. Contacting legal aid organizations or pro bono legal services providers may lead to finding a firm willing to take the case without charging fees. This can significantly reduce the financial burden on the residents. If pro bono representation is not available, pursuing a citizen lawsuit is another avenue. This involves taking legal action based on the Water Authority's violation of the NEC and the potential hazards created. Under the principle of municipal liability, the Water Authority may be liable for its negligence in violating the NEC and creating a potential electrical hazard. While governmental entities typically have sovereign immunity, there are exceptions in cases involving clear violations of public safety laws. A mandamus petition can be filed to compel the Water Authority to comply with the NEC. This legal action seeks a court order requiring the authority to take specific actions to correct the non-compliance. Several organizations can provide legal assistance. Legal Aid of Western Pennsylvania, with the phone number 724 385.6100, is one such resource. The Pro Bono Network of Southeastern Pennsylvania, reachable at 215 985.3322, offers pro bono legal services. Philadelphia Legal Assistance at 215 981.3700 provides legal aid to those in need. Community Legal Services of Philadelphia, with the phone number 215 223.1610, is another valuable resource. The Pennsylvania Attorney General's Office at 717 787.3391 may provide guidance or refer to additional legal resources. Beyond legal strategies, there are additional considerations to keep in mind. Residents should continue to attend public meetings and advocate for their concerns. This helps keep the issue visible and puts pressure on the Water Authority to take action. Contacting local media outlets to raise awareness about the issue can also generate public support and pressure the authority to address the problem. Forming a citizens group to coordinate efforts and seek support from the community can amplify the residents' voice and increase their collective bargaining power. Researching similar cases where residents have successfully enforced NEC compliance can provide valuable insights and strategies. It is important to note that pursuing legal action can be a lengthy and challenging process. Therefore, it is crucial to carefully evaluate all options and seek professional legal advice to determine the best course of action. The NEC is updated every 3 years, and it is important to refer to the latest edition for the most current requirements. Local amendments to the NEC may also exist, so it is essential to check with the local jurisdiction for any specific modifications. The bonding jumper, also known as a bonding conductor, provides a low impedance path for fault current to flow back to the electrical source, allowing overcurrent protective devices like circuit breakers to trip and to energize the circuit. Without a properly installed bonding jumper, fault current may take unintended paths, leading to electric shock hazards or damage to equipment. In addition to the water meter itself, other metal components of the water piping system should also be bonded, such as metal pipes, valves, and fittings. The size of the bonding jumper is determined by the size of the service entrance conductors, as specified in NEC Table 250.102C1. The bonding jumper should be made of copper or other corrosion-resistant material and should be securely connected to the metal water piping system using approved bonding clamps or connectors. The connection point should be cleaned and free of corrosion to ensure a good electrical connection. In some cases, the water meter may have a built-in bonding connection point specifically designed for the bonding jumper. If this is the case, the bonding jumper should be connected to this point. If the water meter does not have a built-in bonding connection point, the bonding jumper should be connected to a nearby metal pipe using an approved bonding clamp. The location of the bonding jumper connection should be as close as possible to the water meter to minimize the length of the bonding conductor. The bonding jumper should be installed in a neat and workmanlike manner, following all applicable codes and standards. It should be protected from physical damage and should not be subject to excessive strain or stress. Regular inspections of the bonding jumper and its connection should be performed to ensure that they are in good condition and properly installed. Any signs of corrosion, damage, or loose connections should be addressed promptly to maintain the integrity of the grounding and bonding system. In addition to the bonding jumper at the water meter, the metal water piping system should also be bonded to the service grounding electrode system. This is typically accomplished by connecting a bonding jumper from the metal water pipe to the grounding electrode conductor or to a grounding electrode. The size of this bonding jumper is also determined by the size of the service entrance conductors, as specified in NEC Table 250.66. The purpose of bonding the metal water piping system to the service grounding electrode system is to provide a common ground reference for all metal parts of the electrical system, reducing the risk of electrical shock. It is important to note that plastic water pipes do not require bonding, as they are non-conductive. However, if there are any metal components in the water piping system, such as metal fittings or valves, they should be bonded. The NEC provides detailed requirements for grounding and bonding electrical systems, and it is essential to follow these requirements to ensure electrical safety. If there are any questions or concerns about the proper grounding and bonding of a water meter or water piping system, it is recommended to consult with a qualified electrician. The electrician can assess the situation, identify any potential hazards, and provide recommendations for correcting any deficiencies. In addition to the NEC, local codes and regulations may also apply to the installation of water meters and the bonding of water piping systems. It is important to check with the local jurisdiction to ensure compliance with all applicable requirements. The installation of water meters without bonding jumpers is a serious safety concern that should be addressed promptly. By understanding the NEC requirements, seeking legal assistance, and advocating for their rights, residents can help ensure the safety of their homes and communities. The information provided is intended for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. It is essential to consult with a qualified legal professional for advice regarding your specific situation. The NEC is a comprehensive document that covers a wide range of electrical safety topics. It is important to have a thorough understanding of the code to ensure compliance and prevent electrical hazards. The NEC is available for purchase from the National Fire Protection Association, NFPA, and other sources. Many jurisdictions also offer online access to the NEC. In addition to the NEC, there are other resources available to help understand grounding and bonding requirements. These resources include textbooks, training courses, and online forums. It is important to stay up to date on the latest codes and standards to ensure that electrical systems are installed and maintained safely. The water authority's refusal to correct the situation despite being presented with relevant NEC articles is concerning. It is important to continue to engage with the authority and emphasize the potential safety risks associated with their non-compliance. The involvement of the Borough Council is a positive step, and it is important to continue to work with them to find a resolution to the issue. Seeking legal assistance is a necessary step to protect the residents' rights and ensure compliance with the NEC. Pro bono representation is a valuable resource for those who cannot afford legal fees. Citizen lawsuits can be an effective way to enforce compliance with codes and regulations. Municipal liability and sovereign immunity are legal concepts that may be relevant in this situation. A mandamus petition can be used to compel the water authority to comply with the NEC. Contacting legal aid organizations and the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office can provide valuable assistance and resources. Continuing to attend public meetings, contacting local media outlets, and forming a citizens group can help raise awareness and build support for the residents' cause. Researching similar cases can provide valuable insights and strategies. Pursuing legal action can be a lengthy and challenging process, so it is important to carefully evaluate all options and seek professional legal advice. The bonding jumper is an essential component of the grounding and bonding system, and it is important to ensure that it is properly installed and maintained. The NEC provides detailed requirements for grounding and bonding electrical systems, and it is essential to follow these requirements to ensure electrical safety. Consulting with a qualified electrician can help ensure that electrical systems are installed and maintained safely. Local codes and regulations may also apply to the installation of water meters and the bonding of water piping systems. The installation of water meters without bonding jumpers is a serious safety concern that should be addressed promptly. By understanding the NEC requirements, seeking legal assistance, and advocating for their rights, residents can help ensure the safety of their homes and communities. Remember that the information provided is intended for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal advice. It is essential to consult with a qualified legal professional for advice regarding your specific situation. Electrical safety is a critical concern, and it is important to take all necessary precautions to prevent electrical hazards. Grounding and bonding are essential components of electrical safety, and it is important to ensure that these systems are properly installed and maintained. The NEC provides comprehensive requirements for grounding and bonding, and it is essential to follow these requirements to ensure electrical safety. Consulting with a qualified electrician can help ensure that electrical systems are installed and maintained safely. In addition to the specific issue of water meter bonding, there are other potential electrical hazards that can arise in homes and buildings. These hazards include overloaded circuits, damaged wiring, and faulty electrical appliances. It is important to be aware of these hazards and take steps to prevent them. Overloaded circuits can occur when too many electrical devices are plugged into a single circuit. This can cause the circuit breaker to trip or, in some cases, can lead to a fire. It is important to avoid overloading circuits by distributing electrical devices among different circuits. Damaged wiring can occur due to age, wear and tear, or physical damage. Damaged wiring can create a shock hazard or can lead to a fire. It is important to inspect wiring regularly and replace any damaged wiring. Faulty electrical appliances can also create a shock hazard or can lead to a fire. It is important to use electrical appliances safely and to have them repaired by a qualified technician if they are not working properly. Electrical safety is a shared responsibility. By taking the necessary precautions, we can all help prevent electrical hazards and keep our homes and communities safe.